Yeah, what up, Base Boxing Basement at Triple B? Yeah, as usual, here for the funds like Ricky Hatton. Um, yeah, so at the moment, there's not a lot of champions from Britain and Ireland, but we'll be getting one for show on the 13th of September, I think it is, when Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan, the rematch is confirmed for an IBF title that, what's his name, Boots Ennis dropped. And yeah, they're kind of lucky he dropped it because I don't think either of them had much of a chance against Ennis, especially not Crocker. Before I talk about this competition, I want to talk about this vile creature, Ozzy Osbourne, you know? Everyone's like crying and he's on the news all the time. And, he's a turd, man. You know? Well, he was a degenerate hedonist who made satanic music. And you get all these idiots with their kind of, crying for him out there and, having a wait for him or whatever, all this kind of stuff. Like they knew him just because he played some whack music, like, I don't know, decades ago. And it's Black Sabbath, it's clearly satanic. All heavy metal is satanic. It's a way for the record companies to get Satanism into young kids' minds. You're going to go, oh, it's just a joke. Just a joke. I had a short period of looking at it. And firstly, I thought it was really whack music. I thought their fashion taste was terrible. And, I thought this is for idiots, man, heavy metal. But, yeah, this idiot Ozzy, here he is with boxing gloves on. But, I mean, it's pathetic how people worship these celebrities. This is a guy who was a degenerate hedonist, like I said, who pushed Satanism. Yeah, he claims to be Christian later on, right? But he's just mocking Christianity, right? During COVID, yeah, he even said Satan saved him from getting COVID or something like that. Or saved him from dying from COVID or something like that. Well, he got COVID actually. He did get COVID by the look of things. He goes, but he in 2021, it was strange. He got COVID, but before that, he credited devil worship and Satan for not giving him, COVID-19. Anyway, he won't be missed by the Triple B. He's a scumbag. Yeah, turning all these people onto Satanism. Yeah. Oh, he was so original. Sharon was so nice. Oh, go away, man. You're just a bum. You're an idiot. I'd slap you up as well. We're the heavy metal guys trying pretending to be hard, and they're all a bunch of pussy holes, really. With their stupid long hair and their stupid outfits and scumbags, basically. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get that dickhead. I just wanted to rinse him a bit. But the real thing is, this is a boxing channel, right? Lewis Crocker vs. Paddy Donovan 2. Now, we remember the first fight now. It was an even match going in. Donovan, I think he's from the Republic. Lewis Crocker's from the North. So there's that angle. I think Crocker's... I don't really like to talk. I'm a Christian, as you know, but this whole battle between different Christian sects is really about nationality. It's not actually about religion. It's not about doctrine. So they'll say, oh, Crocker's Protestant and Donovan's Catholic, and the Catholics are fighting the Protestants and vice versa. It's not about that. It's a national thing, but this ain't no political channel. Barry McGuigan, they all claimed in his bit to bring people together. I think he was a Catholic who married a Protestant, right? Barry McGuigan. He's a scumbag anyway. He's ripped a lot of people off. I saw his son a few times, in London. He was quite friendly. He had a nice bulldog. A lot of people don't... Barry McGuigan's not even his real name. His name is Finbar. Finbar McGuigan. but he called himself Barry. But yeah, so what we got here, so yeah, let me see, I'm pretty sure he was a Catholic, right? He married a Protestant, or vice versa. Yeah, he's a Catholic and he married a Protestant, I don't know, it was a big thing. He brought together Ireland, they went on and on, yeah, it's more complex than that. But whatever, Finbar McGuigan is a bit of a scumbag, apparently. I met him once. I told you I met his bro in London, yeah. I met his son, who was quite nice, the one who boxed. I remember when I was drunk, I rang up my trainer, and when I saw he was in the same weight division, I go, "Oh, get me that guy. I want to fight him. I want to beat up McGuigan's son." McGuigan, what's his name? Shane McGuigan was actually a pretty good boxer. Probably would have got a good hiding, but doesn't matter. I remember my trainer laughing. How can you ring me drunk and say you want to fight Shane McGuigan? Yeah. But Barry, I remember I seen him. I said, "Look, I got to take a picture for my Irish pals." Yeah, and Barry's like really, really upset. He wanted money for it. Dirty little bastard. Anyway, this is not about Barry, but it's about Paddy Donovan and Lewis Crocker. Now, in their first fight, Paddy, he was a bit dirty. He sort of pushed the head in, although Crocker would drop his head as well. It's quite difficult to sort of say. I thought Paddy was putting his head in there a bit. He got loads of warnings, didn't he? But Crocker was kind of leaning forward himself, so I think they both had a part to play in head clashes. But Crocker was outclassed by Donovan. I always knew Donovan was decent, and I picked him to win that fight, but I didn't realize he would outclass him. Donovan. And then he got disqualified for cracking Crocker after the bell. After legitimately flooring him, but it was also, he was 2 points taken off, one for an elbow and one for using his head. I think it's pretty clear that he didn't hear the bell. And a lot of people didn't hear the bell. You can see Crocker didn't hear the bell either. The referee didn't jump in either. So it was a weird one. It's quite clear that Crocker was going to lose, and he was splattered by Donovan. But and they're going to have a rematch. Donovan was crying afterwards, which I thought was a bit excessive. But the rematch was not expected to be for the IBF title. But obviously the IBF realised that there's money in this all Ireland rematch. Most people, I would say, they're really European level. Certainly, Donovan has got more potential, a lot more. He battered Crocker. Crocker scrapes European level, maybe, Maybe it isn't even that, really. No one really cares about the European title anymore, do you? If you think about it, the European title, it's all about the world titles, because there's so many world titles going around, 4 at every weight. People quite like their national titles. But even in America, in America, no one cares about the NABF title or the USBA title. The NABF is the North American Boxing Federation. So that's Canada and the USA. The USBA is basically the US title. No one really cares about those. It's all about world titles now. Why? Because there's so many around. So these two get to fight for world title in Ireland, Donovan's got to be a clear favourite. He gave Crocker such a hiding. What's Crocker going to do different? For me, he was outclassed, outboxed, outpunched, out-headbutted. And to be frank, you can make an argument for Donovan eventually fighting for the world title, but Lewis Crocker, come on, man. The Croc, they call him. He has got a huge KO, his KO ratio is just over 50%. He's unbeaten, of course, because Donovan got disqualified. Donovan's got much better movement, a much better KO ratio. It's over 80%. He's a southpaw. I'm just looking at his picture. Are his eyes too close together? No, I think they're okay. I think he just about gets away with it. I expect him. I mean, I think the IBF know that it's a nice event for them to have an All-Ireland champion and all that. And, the Irish will go a bit mad. It's at Windsor Park in Belfast. So I guess that's like Crocker's, not his backyard, but that's his part of town, not Paddy's. But it didn't make any difference last time, did it? Apart from getting disqualified, maybe. But yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I got no problem with it, really, because modern boxing is just, I mean, there's been far worse world title fights. Certainly, But I expect Paddy to carry on where he takes off. I mean, Lewis Crocker must do better this time. He will surely do something better. I don't know what, but he has to have a different approach rather than just leaning forward, with his gloves up, getting outboxed and beaten up. Because, that was pretty one-sided hiding. Anyway, yeah, that's a good one for Ireland. So we'll definitely have an Irish champion. I mean, obviously one of them is Lewis Crocker's officially from Northern Ireland, so he's officially, from the United Kingdom. But I'd say even him, he considers himself to be Irish, just Northern Irish. Paddy's from the Republic. Paddy, Limerick in Ireland. He should do a job on him. Quite like the look of this Paddy. But he should come out with a world title. Peace in the Middle East, guys, and peace in Ireland.